How's it going, guys? Dean's here and welcome to another FIFA 21 video. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new Objective content, and I've got to say EA have been dropping non-stop content for the past 24 hours. It's been really good. Today we had a bunch of Record Breaker cards. As you can see there, a flashback Aguero is on the screen as well, and there he is as well. A Record Breaker Rodrygo card. Now, they've been releasing a fair few Record Breaker cards today. We've got 5 released into packs, and now we've got this Objective player, and it actually looks like a really, really nice card. 91 pace, 87 dribbling, 81 shooting, 62 physical isn't the best, but it's a winger, and 74 passing. So we will take a little look at the in-game stats a little bit more, but let's take a look at what we've got to do to unlock this card. Now, we've got to score 3 goals in using one Brazilian player. That's an interesting one, of course. Score at least 3 goals in one match using a Brazilian player in the live foot friendlies managerial masterpiece. Now, we've seen a lot of this, so EA are really taking advantage of this game mode. We seem to be getting it a lot. So we had it with the Bellerin one, we've had it with the Delafeu one, now we've got Rodrygo. You've just got to score at least 3 goals using Brazilian players. Now, I believe Brazilian players from La Liga is probably going to go up a little bit for this, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, you've got some in your club. I can't really think, other than maybe Rodrygo, I'm trying to think of like Brazilian attackers from La Liga off the top of my head. There's probably like a really obvious one I'm not thinking of, but some will go out. So we'll take a little look at that. Assist 8 goals using players with a minimum 4-star weak foot. Again, it's probably going to most likely need to be La Liga. You're probably going to have to. I'm expecting there'll probably be like a win with La Liga. That's probably going to be the next one. Scoring 13 matches using La Liga players in the same game mode again with at least 8 La Liga players. So maybe we don't need 11. In the past ones, we've always needed at least one objective. We need 11 players. Score 3 headers in the live foot friendlies mode with at least 8 La Liga players. So just scoring headers. It's not worse, it's not the best either, and win with 8. So yeah, they've changed things up a bit, so you don't need to have 11 if you don't need to. So I probably just go with a La Liga attack force, and then if you've got your standard defense that you probably normally use, then try and use that where you can. But all in all, not terrible. The packs are not really anything to shout and scream about, but a Rodrygo card looks very nice nonetheless. Now let's take a look and see what we can do to get this. So if I remember correctly, actually, just before we do, managerial masterpiece, just to familiarize ourselves. And again, I get a few comments of people wondering how you get onto this. Just so we can make ourselves clear, you come along here, you go into play, go onto friendlies. It has to be online. It cannot be a single player. You go into play online, and you'll find here managerial masterpiece. Now in this, you need a rating of 77, 0 bronzes, and at least at most 3 silver players. So it's not too bad all in all there. It's not a terrible one really to get done. But again, I seem to struggle. Sometimes I come up against teams and they are really good, and I just can't understand it. But for me, I just don't seem to be able to get this done. So we'll see what we can do with this. We'll just try and go into something, see what I can build maybe, or at least look around in my club. I don't usually like to buy players too much, but it's going to be interesting. What's probably best to do first actually is really take advantage of your silvers. Now I don't think I'm going to use any of the silver informs, so I'm probably just going to take advantage of the fact that I probably just want really low rated silver players and just stick them in. I mean, some of the other ones like the Premier League one, it wasn't an awful one. You could use the likes of Vidra or Che Adams, and that would help a lot. It's not going to be beneficial to me to do that with a La Liga squad, so I'm going to take advantage of my silvers and just use them to get my rating down on the bench. Other than that, we're going to then need to go across to La Liga. Now, I don't know what I've got left in my club because I have abused a lot of the new SBCs, so we'll see what we can get do. And really, I just want to probably look at some players. I mean, Rekic's not a terrible looking centre back for a 75 rated. I'll probably come to regret that. He will do. This Suarez isn't terrible. Now, one thing actually probably worth pointing out is looking at the Brazilians I've got. Really not a lot in my club to shout about. Let's just take a look at concept players to see what's out there. Obviously, of course, Rodrygo is going to be a big one. I wouldn't be shocked to see him go up a bit. Vinicius Jr. as well. Not terrible ones whatsoever. I might, for the sake of this, just plop them in the squad. That's not going to... Oh, no, it's going to work fine. Just plop them in the squad just so I can maybe use them as an example, because I'd probably look to pick them up. Other than that, your rating is getting a bit far too high. You could maybe slide Coutinho in the squad. A lot of people do play around with this and get an 83 rated in their squads. I probably would say no, to be honest. I would probably try your best to stick with Vinicius Junior and Rodrygo. But again, I would not be shocked to see these two up in price a bit at the moment. But you know, that is what it is. So formation I would normally like to play, especially because we're going to score headers. This is a formation it's usually a go-to for me. So these two, I feel quite satisfied I'd be able to squeeze them into the squad, no problem, especially they're not too high rated. And then we want to probably just come off of here. So again, I'm just going to have a look through my club and see what's kind of lingering about that I think, yeah, that's not too bad. Really, the lower the better. It's not ideal so far, is it? I probably want a good striker. Is going to be an obvious one. I would probably go with Christian Teo over Vinicius Junior here, just for the sake of trying to get the rating down. Ideally, I'd like a tall striker. Don't really want to use cost. I'm going to go with this Suarez. It's low rated is my only reasoning there. Headers are going to be a difficult one for sure. But again, you don't have to primarily go with La Liga. As I said, you only need 8 La Liga players. It's going to be easier for a lot of people for sure to go with just 8. For me, none of these players are appealing to me whatsoever. Guardado's not a terrible one. Kondogbia. Really, I'm just looking at all their pace. That's the main thing. You might have a bit better in your squads, so these guys can come in. Guardado gets some chem there, which is not too bad. Might be able to swap them around a bit there, and maybe something could work out. And again, that's a fair few players at least to get it in there. And again, like it's quite dependent on what you've got in your squad. If we look at concepts here, just for centre backs, low rated ones, you probably want to look for someone with a bit of pace. What we got this Todibo's not. Again, this is probably going to be one. I feel like he'll be a bit like Tomori. For those of you that saw Tomori, he was 800 coins before the objective for Bellerin came out, and then once that came out, he was about 4,000 coins. So I can imagine this player will probably be one. But again, if he wasn't expensive, him or even that Spanish centre back you saw there, we're not really that in that bad a spot for rating. Goalkeepers, I don't really tend to worry about too much. I want to keep it as low rate. We'll go with this one as a placeholder. I usually try and just see what I can do going forward from there. Again, this Alex Moreno card, that's a solid card. That's a 77 rated as well. And right backs, I'm not in the best of spots for right backs, so I don't really want to be going with those. There's got to be some lower rated, more pacier right backs in the Liga for sure. So, I mean, Emerson, DeMarcos, of course. Dest is going to be, again, this one's going to be another huge one, just like Tomori. These two, I could see these two rocketing up in price quite a bit just because of how low rated they are and how pacey they are. I think these two will probably have gone up in price quite a bit. So if you've got those in your club, maybe take a little look out for that one and just keep an eye on it. But you kind of get the idea of it. You've got to build a low squad. This is only 76 rated, so from going forward here, I'll then get some higher rated cards and just kind of move it around till I get to 77 rated. Of course, I need to fill the bench up anyway, so it could be quite subject to change there, but I feel quite confident that this would definitely be at least a 77 rated once you put it on there. But that is going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comment section below, will you be picking up this Rodrygo card? Before we do end it off, of course, actually, we probably want to take a little look at this Rodrygo card. Let's see, where is this Rodrygo? It's not a bad looking card whatsoever. I've got a variation of him in the squad. Let's just swap those two out. Probably could have just gone in there. But this is a Rodrygo card. 4-star, 3-star. Not too bad. Stats look very nice. 88 stamina, which is good. Great agility at 91. 89 balance. A really nice card. Very pacey. I think it's going to be a good one, to be honest with you. Nice low rated player as well. Just for things like this, if ever another managerial masterpiece came up and you needed a La Liga, he'd be a great one to have. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I say, be sure to drop a like, give a brand new subscribe. Apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.